I forged my brother's signature on a lease renewal, typed his name, printed it, signed it myself, and then I handed it to our landlord and watched him get locked out of the apartment we shared for 3 years. And yeah, I'd do it again. Okay, so before you come for me, Marcus had been not paying rent for 4 months. 4, not 3, not 2, not one time where something went wrong and he needed a minute. 4 months of I got you and it's coming, and meanwhile I'm covering the full amount out of my own account every single time. My credit score was tanking. I was eating rice and borrowing from friends just to keep us both housed. And he's out here buying sneakers. I saw the receipt.
Tell them about the email, Deja.
The email is not relevant right now.
The email is extremely relevant. She emailed the landlord in October before any of the rent stuff and told him she wanted to move to a one-bedroom by herself, before she ever said one word to me about any problem with the money.
I was exploring options. That's allowed. I don't need your permission to look at my own future.
You were planning to ditch me, and then when the landlord said the one-bedroom was too expensive, suddenly you had a rent problem. Suddenly I was the villain. You needed an exit story and you made me the reason.
Okay, Marcus, you didn't pay rent. That's not a story I made up. That happened. You want me to pull the Venmo receipts? Because I have them. Every single month I sent the full amount, and every single month you said you'd send me your half and didn't. I have the texts. Do you want me to read them?
I was 3 weeks late twice and 1 month behind once. That's not 4 months, and you know why I was behind. I told you about the contract falling through. I told you, you said, and I quote, "Don't stress, we're good." You said that.
I said that because you're my brother and I didn't want to make you feel bad. That doesn't mean it wasn't a problem. That doesn't mean it was okay.
No, you said that because you were already planning to forge my name and you didn't want me to get suspicious. You were smiling in my face while you were printing a lease with my forged signature on it. That's not a stressed out sister trying to keep the lights on. That's a setup.
It wasn't a setup, it was, look, the landlord called me. He said if we weren't both renewing, he needed to know by the 15th or he was going to list it. And I panicked. I needed more time. I needed Marcus to either commit or get out, and he wasn't doing either one. He was just floating like he always does, like he has his entire life.
Oh, there it is, there it is. That's what this is actually about. I'm the flaky one, the one who never figures it out. You've been waiting to prove that your whole life and you finally got your chance. So you forged a legal document, which is a crime, by the way, just to be right about me.
I'm not trying to be right about you, I'm trying to survive. I had a lease I couldn't afford alone, a brother who wouldn't commit, and a landlord giving me a deadline. What was I supposed to do?
Talk to me like a person, like your actual brother. That's what you were supposed to do. Instead, I found out I was off the lease when I tried to get the super to fix my radiator, and he said, and I love this, he said, "You don't live here anymore." I'm standing in my own hallway with my keys, and I don't live there anymore.
Okay, I know how that looked.
How it looked, Deja, you forged my name. I had 2 weeks to find somewhere to go. I slept on Corey's couch for a month. You didn't call, you didn't text. You changed the Wi-Fi password, the WIFI password.
That one was petty, I'll give you that one.
You'll give me that one, she'll give me the Wi-Fi.
Look, am I proud of how it went? No, but Marcus, you were not showing up. Not for the bills, not for the apartment, not for any of it. And I needed something to change. I needed it to actually change, not just get promised. And yeah, the way I made it change was not great. But I was drowning and you kept handing me more weight and calling it help.
You committed fraud against your own family, and you're standing here calling it problem solving.
And you stole from me 4 months. Not a handout, not a plan, just silence and sneakers, and I got you. So.
We're not the same.
I didn't say we were. But I'm also not the only one who did something wrong here, and I'm so tired of being the only one standing in it.
You know what the worst part is? Not the lease, not even the couch. It's that you planned it. You sat across from me at that table, that same table, eating dinner and watching a movie, and you already knew. You already had the paper printed, and you said nothing at all.
Yeah, I knew.
At least you're not lying about that part.
I'm not lying about any of it, that's the whole problem. Everything I said is true, and everything he said is true, and somehow that just makes it worse. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments and be honest, because I've had enough of people pretending they would have handled this perfectly. If someone you know is in a situation like this, send it. They're not alone. And we've got another confession dropping soon. Don't miss it.